Good morning, softball fans, and welcome to the NWAC Championship Tournament. This matchup will feature the Wenatchee Valley Knights and the Douglas Royals. We'd like to thank our sponsors of the NWAC Tournament, Red Lion Hotels, Washington State National Guard, Baden Sports, Under Armour, Spokane Sports Commission, and our host, North Idaho College and the Community College of Spokane. Three core principles of the NWAC are character, competition, and community. The NWAC encourages you as a fan to enjoy the competition, cheer the athletes, and respect those involved. Good sportsmanship is the core of competition, and the NWAC asks you to refrain from swearing, derogatory remarks directed at the student athletes, officials, and fans. Failure to adhere to this responsibility would be cause for removal. Fans, this time we'd like the players and coaches to line up on the foul line in front of your bench. We'd also ask everyone to please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the Canadian and American national anthems.
And a big welcome back to all the NWAC faithful as we have reached Championship Monday here in the 2017 NWAC Softball Championships. Hello, everybody. I'm Wes Tucker, and I'm joined again by Dick Haugen. How are we doing today?
Fantastic. The last time we got together, it was freezing cold. It was cloudy. The rains were falling, and this is a little better representation of Eastern Washington weather in May. Just a perfect day, not quite hot, not a lot of wind, and a couple of good teams that will decide the championship here on this Monday morning.
Through that, no reason to be checking the Doppler today. Clear skies all around, in the distance, up close, and hopefully throughout the day. So today's championship matchup will feature the Wenatchee Valley Knights and the Douglas Royals. And the lineups are going to look a little something like this. Wenatchee, Howard is going to be leading off, playing center field. Ryder will be behind the dish. Enriquez will go to the circle again. We've seen her do a little bit of everything in this tournament. Ryder is going to be playing shortstop. Withrow, the designated player. Allie Steen going back out to left field. Perneda playing second base, Durgalo over at third, Malcolm in right, and no surprise here, we're going to have Lambert in the flex. And now they'll be taking on a Douglas lineup that looks something like this. Hamilton in center field, Vallejo in left, Britton Young behind the dish, the hero of Douglas's last game against Walla Walla in the 3-hole. Moore playing first base, Bedard, the designated player, Courtney at shortstop, Anderson at second, Kennedy at third base, Warburton in right, and another no surprise. We'll have Ainge in the circle. Ainge has been electric this entire tournament, had a little bit of a struggle going through the lineup for the second time. But in the last game they played against Walla Walla, was just lights out the entire match.
And kind of interesting, a different route to get to this final game. Douglas swept through the A bracket. They played 4 games to get to this final championship Monday. Meanwhile, Wenatchee had to go the long way after losing to North Idaho in the second round, having to come back to beat Clark, Clackamas, and Bellevue. And then, of course, they've won 3 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday. So they've seen a lot of softball here to get to this final matchup against the top seed Douglas and the 3rd seeded Wenatchee.
So 1 and 3 seed is supposed to be a very, very good and competitive game today. So again, highlighting Wenatchee's last game, both these teams played Walla Walla yesterday. Wenatchee coming away with a 5-2 victory, and that was courtesy of a 3-run home run by Withrow. And there's just been great power from Withrow throughout the regular season. We hadn't seen it yet up until this last game here.
Championship game. Being a pitcher yourself, do you see it coming down to a pitching matchup, or do you see it coming down to offenses? Because it just, you get an early start, and that really kind of sets the tone on how the rest of the ball game is going to go. So we saw, getting into this championship game, Douglas beating Walla Walla with a 1 run in the 6th inning to win that game. Then, of course, Wenatchee with that 6-2 victory over Walla Walla. So, offense or defense, what's your feeling as you've watched them all from this number 1 field?
Well, I think we're going to see a very good defensive matchup. I also think we're going to see a lot of long balls today as well.
So?
2 very powerful teams are going to be going at it here. And Ainge will be in the circle. Again, been lights out, but the second time through the lineup is always a little difficult. So we'll see how she fares against this heavy-hitting Wenatchee Valley lineup. And take a minute to recognize the officials. Behind the plate will be Bill Wagner, Robert Magnuson at third, and Fred Carreño will be over behind first base.
So it's a big deal for those guys, too, the opportunity to umpire a championship game of the Northwest Athletic Conference. Beautiful spring day here in Spokane, Washington at the Merkel Sports Complex.
Mackenzie Howard digs in, and we're about ready for NWAC softball from the Merc. Championship Monday coming your way on the NWAC Sports Network. Ball 1.
Douglas once again, the home team. They've had a whole lot of success calling heads and tails, that's for sure, in this tournament. Of course, the first game, first series, the opening day, that was according to seeds, and then after that first day game on Friday, everything else has been a coin toss. So Douglas won the coin toss, and they're the home team, and they'll have the last shot in the bottom of the 7th if it comes to that.
Runs up to bunt, pulls back. 2 balls and a strike. So 2-1 offering now on the way. Foul ball. So again, Howard, the leadoff hitter here. Digs in now, a 2-2 count. Swing, line drive over to third base, caught by Kennedy, and there is 1 quick out here as we begin Championship Monday. We go ahead and highlight Ainge again at a 2.26 ERA now. A 147.2 innings pitched and 114 strikeouts as well. And digging in now is going to be Ryder, the catcher. And call strike there. Ryder, one of the 2 Ryders on this team behind the dish.
Where she has the accolades, the All-American, NFCA Division, or a Diamond Catcher of the Year, East Region Player of the Year, and now hopefully looking to get a championship trophy to that list.
Ball fielded fair across the diamond in time from Kennedy. And now 2 quick putouts here, and that's going to bring up Enriquez. She'll be doing the pitching today, and we highlighted earlier that we've seen Enriquez do a little bit of everything in this tournament. She's played some third base, she's played some first base, and she's in the circle here. We've seen her in the circle before. Been lights out there so far. First swing will be a foul ball. Enriquez yesterday against Walla Walla ended up going 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Hoping to get started in the right direction here again. Up high, 1-1.
You know, talking to Coach Peters prior to the ball game, and Enriquez, a self-taught pitcher. Interesting.
Called strike there. So Ainge in the driver's seat, 1 ball and 2 strikes, and not exactly the easiest thing to teach yourself.
You know, and I was trying to, you know, you hear of, well, self-taught on the piano, you know, golfer, whatever the case may be, but a pitcher, man, that's very impressive.
Indeed, and truly a utility player, too, having so many tools at her disposal. She runs well, she hits with power, she gets on base a lot, and she's lights out in the circle. Just outside, count will run full here. Enriquez on the year hit 346. So we'll see if her approach changes at all here in a full count. Foul ball. So we'll set up again another payoff as the spoiled one there by Enriquez looked to be a fastball in the outer half. Waiting on deck is the other rider who's patrolling the 6 hole today, should we get that far. Here's a swing and a little pop-up. Ainge able to back up and put it away. So we have played a half inning. We're scoreless here in the NWAC Championships. Don't go anywhere. Plenty more action heading your way.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
Ready? Go.
So Championship Monday continues now as the Royals will get their first at bat. The Royals are the home team today. Our friends from up north again. Douglas College is up there in British Columbia. And they're here for the 2nd year in a row in the NWAC Championship game. They ended up losing last year to Mount Hood. They were in Wenatchee's position last year, worked their way up through the losers bracket. And here they are now, a much favorable spot, to say the least here. And Hamilton, the center fielder, is all set to lead off. Enriquez into the motion. Home half of the first begins with a called strike. Hamilton, 503 in the regular season. Fantastic average from the leadoff spot. Put down, but foul. Good reaction there from Ryder to get out of the crouch quickly.
Outfield left to right, we have Steen, Howard, and Malcolm. In the infield, Bergelow at third. We have Brooke Ryder at second, Grenada at second, and Lambert on first. And we have Ryder behind the plate. And of course, is Amber Ryder.
And hang the K backwards. Strike 3 called. Got her looking. And there are now one away here. So, and that's going to bring up Daniela Val.
Soldiers in the Guard's intelligence field gather information on the enemy using a variety of tactics. Scanning foreign communications, conducting interrogations, and debriefing friendly contacts, all while delivering and coordinating data to help allies on the battlefield or stop civil emergencies. The enemy can't hide from Guard intelligence.
When you first visit Seattle Pacific University, it's easy to fall in love with the campus. But just ask one of the students. There's something different about SPU, a place where faith, service, and academic excellence meet. And it's the only private university in the Pacific Northwest to make the latest U.S. News and World Report Best National Universities list. This is Seattle Pacific University.
One complete here, a 0-0 tie here. Some great defense being played by Praneda, and also some great defense by Lambert there on the stretch to save a run. And pitch number one will miss up high from Ainge.
She looked like she played second base her whole life that time.
Exactly.
She gobbled that one up, able to get to her knees and make the throw, and nice stretch by the first baseman.
Called strike there, 1-1. And again, it looked like Lambert was stretched before the ball was even thrown from second base. So again, the ball just in the perfect place from the throw. Swing and a pop foul will hit the backstop, so we'll set up now 1-2. Ryder on the year hit .401 with 11 home runs, 58 RBI. And Ryder yesterday was 1 for 3 with a single and 2 outs as well. A pop-up and a fly-out. Up high, 2-2. Ainge again, quite a few strikeouts on the year. As she looks to set away Ryder, the leadoff hitter. Swing and a foul ball that nearly strikes Withrow in the on-deck circle.
Boy, you got to pay attention. you really have to keep your eyes open.
And now a rocket the other way. So 2-2, it remains here. This will be the 7th pitch of this at-bat. A good fight going on now between Ainge and Ryder.
Infield, shaded to both left, or check me, both third and first. The middle is wide open in the infield.
Two to Ryder. Skips in there, counts full. The Knights were set down in order in the first inning. The last put out being, of course, the fly ball to the pitcher. Ainge was just able to backtrack for it. Swing and a pop up. Drifting out towards shallow center. And making the catch will be the left fielder, Daniela Vallejo. So one away in the top half of two. Withrow will be the hitter now. Withrow, as we talked about earlier, only had one hit yesterday, but boy, was it ever big. A 3-run blast to the power alley in right center field.
I mean, the way that she stands at the plate there, those of you watching at home, man, she just looks like a hitter. Slightly open stance, that right foot a little open there, and man, she steps toward the mound and over the middle for a base hit.
So there's the first hit of the day for the Knights. That'll bring up Steen, the left fielder. So Steen digs in. Steen yesterday was 1 for 3 with a single. Also struck out. Here's a high fly ball to left center. Chasing the outfield back, and it is gone. Big fly for Steen. Boy, and there's nothing left of that one but a vapor trail. You can't hit a ball much harder than that.
Yeah, there was just no doubt about that one. Back-to-back base hit, and Steen clears them all. 2-0 Wenatchee Valley.
So 2-0 lead now. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Perneda.
Perneda, who may have saved a run with that play at first base in that top of the inning.
And now she's got a base hit.
So 3 consecutive hits for the Knights as they have turned the hit machine on in the bottom half here of the second inning.
So Durgalo now will dig in. Durgalo yesterday was 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. So a hitter very susceptible to the double play ball. Pitch is swung on, popped up, and Young not able to get to it. It'll go off the backstop. Waiting on deck is the right fielder, Malcolm. The 0-1 offering. Swung on, another pop-up foul. So 0-2, Ainge in the driver's seat. So again, how it works today is if Wenatchee wins this game, it'll force a deciding game, as that'll be Douglas's first loss in the tournament.
And tentative start time of 1:30, if necessary.
0-2, another foul ball. So Durgalo in defensive mode now. Durgalo, 220 regular season with 9 RBI. No home runs to her name. Outside, the throw down to second is there. It looks like an overslide there from Perneda.
That's exactly what it was, Wes. Just went by the base, and a very heads-up play to stick with it, and the tag made, and just one of those things. She started her slide, I believe, just a little bit late, and her momentum just carried her past the bag, and alert play to tag her out for the first down.
So there's 2 away now.
2 out. Looking at the scoreboard, it's slow in the morning like I am sometimes.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top half of the second. A 2-0 lead for the Knights. Ainge needs to get this out here and give Douglas a chance to respond quickly. Hang the K backwards, got her looking, strike 3, and that is how The top half of the second will end, but the damage has been done. 2 runs come across on the absolute bomb by Steen. So we'll step away, a 2-0 lead for Wenatchee.
Originally, I came to C of I specifically for baseball. And once I got here, I realized that C of I was a lot more than just baseball. The student-faculty ratio here is unbelievable. That was really where I realized that C of I was different than my old school that I transferred from, and really any other school. I had one teacher spend about 5 hours with me in 2 days on individual work, and I've never had a teacher, even in high school, take the time to do that for me. I'm Sam Grice, and that's why I chose C of I.
Determination, belief, strength, perseverance, confidence, passion, dream, focus, resilience, drive, power, will. Don't forget to breathe.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you. For them. Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
Home half of the second now. Douglas's turn to respond. And Bedard, the designated player, will be the first hitter to face Enriquez. Gets strike 1 across there. Again, the 2-0 lead courtesy of Allie Steen, a 2-run bomb to left center, and a swing and a miss.
And once again, Enriquez going to that off-speed pitch. And just a little bit ahead on the swing that time is Bedard, regular season NWAC batting champion.
Bedard out of North Surrey secondary will strike out there from Surrey, British Columbia. So 1 away here. Home half of 2. So Casa Courtney now will step to the plate. Courtney yesterday officially was 0 for 1 with a base on balls, a strikeout to her credit, as well as sacrifice.
And Courtney with a good defensive play on Perneda when she overslid second base, staying with the play and tagged her out.
Up high, ball 1. Courtney hit .401 in the regular season with 7 home runs, 34 ribbies. She'll take strike 1 there, 1-1. 1-1 count now. Up high, 2 balls and a strike to Casa Courtney. Waiting on deck is Anderson, the second baseman. Here's a big swing and a miss there, 2-2. And Enriquez with 70 strikeouts on the year, so she'll get them every now and then. Swing and a line drive that'll land in front of the center fielder, Howard, for a leadoff single.
Good play by Howard that time to cut that off before it would have been a half a second later. That would have been all the way to the wall, and that would have been an easy double, but she cut it off and got it back in quickly, preventing the Royals from getting into scoring position.
And you can just make out underneath the ponytail there of Kim Anderson a patch that they're wearing. A good friend of theirs, sadly, was taken a couple weeks ago, so they wear the patch in his honor. Their bus driver, they considered him a part of the team. He was at every contest, cheering him on, their true biggest fan. And they've dedicated their performance in this tournament to his memory, so fantastic performance so far.
We'll get a shot of that as soon as we can, that patch. It's on just below the collar on the back of the Royal jerseys.
Called strike there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Courtney, the runner at first, a off-speed pitch will miss up high. So count's knotted up at 2. Douglas looking for a rebuttal here. Down 2-0. A little low and the count runs full.
Yeah, we've seen Ryder fake the throw the first. Not many catchers will do it, but being an all-conference catcher, she has the skills that could snap toss that down the first. So that runner down there has got to be careful.
Swing and a high pop-up. Calling for it is Pruneda. No, now calling for it is the shortstop in Ryder. So the captain of the infield takes care of it, and there's 2 away.
I think she had a better angle on it, too. You get a situation where Pruneda might have been battling that sun a little bit, and the shortstop with a different angle able to come up and make the play.
So Bella Kennedy will come to the plate now. Take strike 1.
Nice to see Kennedy back going. She was involved with a collision at first base with Clackamas's Jamie Ferris, and both were on the ground for quite a while. Ferris able to come back and play as well, but boy, it's just frightening when you have those collisions on the field when players aren't bracing for it, but nice to see her back out there.
Kennedy 4-14 regular season. Now a swing, another foul ball. So 0-2 is your count with 2 down, runner at first base. Enriquez ready. Swing and a little tapper. Enriquez able to get it before it hits the ground.
Another off-speed pitch.
Been working really well for her so far. No need to change it as we play 2 complete. Wenatchee with a 2-run lead.
I was looking more into playing volleyball here, and they have a very successful volleyball program. But also, I didn't want to be just a student athlete. I also wanted to be academically successful. I really like the relationship with the professors. All of my classes have been pretty small, and the professors, I feel like, genuinely care about you as a student. We went to Florida this past winter. It was for a coastal ecology class. Being outside, getting dirty, getting sunburned, doing a bunch of collections, I really enjoy it. I'm Kylie Porter, and that's why I chose C of I.
Ready for a new adventure? Study at Douglas College in Vancouver, Canada. Take a post-degree program and launch your career, or prepare to study at top Canadian universities. Become eligible for a 3-year work visa with a 2-year program. Choose success. Choose Douglas College.
People say knowledge is power, and they have a point.
At Portland State, you tell your own story.
You build your own stage.
You take your best ideas to the streets.
You let the world see who you are and who you hope to be. Knowledge is about how hard you're willing to work to do something real.
It's about how far you're willing to go to do something great.
Top half of the third now, a 2-0 lead for Wenatchee, and now it's their turn to try to strike again. It'll be Malcolm, the right fielder, set to lead off. She'll take called strike 1. Malcolm yesterday was 1 for 3 with a single, and she'll take that one foul. Well, that extra base is written all over, just a couple more inches there.
Yeah.
So 0-2 the count now. Ainge in the driver's seat. She'll dig back in here. Malcolm ready for the 0-2. Outside. up top. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Malcolm on the year, 272. And it looks like there's going to be a conversation here in the circle. Still unclear on what happened over there. But nonetheless, it's a 2-2 count. One home run on the year from Malcolm as well. She had 19 ribbies. Swing and a high pop-up. Anderson calling for it. She'll put it away, and there's one away. So back to the top of the order. In Howard we go. She's 0 for 1, lined out to third to begin the game.
Next up tonight, center fielder number 9, Mackenzie Howard.
First offering is tapped foul. Be fielded by Britton Young in foul territory. So again, plenty of ball game left here, but Douglas finds themselves down 0-2, and they're no strangers to comebacks, having 2 comeback wins in this tournament.
Yeah, the first one against the 16th seed Clark team. They were down 7-2 and had a 3-run walk-off home run to win that game 9-7 in the bottom of the 7th.
Truly crazy game there.
Yeah, and then they had to come back on Saturday to beat Clackamas 8-7 in come from behind fashion with, was it 4 runs in the last 2 innings.
Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes is your count now, Howard. Howard again, 369.
The old Yogi Berra cliche, it ain't over till it's over.
Then it's over. 1-2 offering on the way from Ainge. Swung on and fouled away. Howard also with 18 RBI during the regular season. Finds herself in the hole here, 1-2. Swing, ground ball, fielded and throw across, not in time. So a little hot over there for Courtney to handle. Couldn't get the throw over to Moore in time, and there's a runner on base with 1 out. Eerily similar to how the top half of the second inning started.
Yeah, I give her a base hit on that. That's a one-hop backhand that your shortstop had to react to.
Not an easy ground ball at all.
No, not at all. Not at all, and they do give her a base hit.
So Ryder will come up. She's 0 for 1 with a ground ball to third base.
Kennedy over at third, already starting to creep in a little bit. As Ryder looks down to get the signal on offensive strategy.
Up high, 1-1. Again, Howard, a very aggressive runner over there at first base.
A lot of pitches already for Ainge, 43 pitches, 30 strikes, 14 balls. Only in the top of the third.
1-1 delivery. Runner goes, throw down from Britton Young. Not in time, and able to keep her hand on the bag is Howard. It looked for a second like we're going to have another overslide.
Yeah, well, Britton Young that time was not able to get to her feet and had to throw it from her knees, and that's just really hard to be able to get a good throwing motion, especially if you're not set, even if you're on your knees.
So foul ball there will knot the count up at 2. Runner in scoring position now for Ryder. And the pitcher Enriquez waits on deck, and it looks like there's going to be a visit to the circle. So Coach Peters will go have a conversation with Britton Young, it looks like.
Well, I think what's going on, I think she's asking her catcher about the pitcher and wants an honest estimation or an honest assessment from the catcher on how the pitcher is doing. And Britton Young told her what it was. And a lot of times you don't want the pitcher there to hear the coach say, well, how she's doing, and they have the catcher give her an honest explanation. Yeah, she's not locating her fastball very well, or whatever the case may be, and you want only positive messages going to your player. And I think that's why Ainge was off the mound that time.
So 2-2 offering, swung on, fouled away.
Off speed pitch there. I could be entirely wrong, but I'm just guessing, because a lot of times when there's a conversation on the mound, all the conversation will be between the coach and the catcher. Because that's your on-the-field coach, if you will.
And being a pitcher, I know you're not always going to be truthful. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm feeling fine.
Yeah, my arm feels great. But, yeah, but it's not attached to your body.
Swing, ground ball out past Ainge. Fielded in the outfield by Hamilton. The throw comes in to Britton Young. So 2 runners in scoring position. As Ryder able to advance to second on the throw, the runner stayed at third base.
Yeah, and that's a situation, I think that might have been a little bit of a mistake by Douglas, not cutting that off to prevent the runner from going down to second base that time. A heads-up play by Ryder to get into second. With only one out, now you have the table set for Enriquez to help her own cause.
That's something that really isn't preached enough these days, is hit her off 2. Get the throw in to cut off.
Always hit your cut off. And there has to be a situation where the catcher has to be vocal, cut it off, cut second, wherever the case may be, because she has everything in front of her.
So Enriquez up is 0 for 1. She flew out to Ainge in her first at-bat. Swing and a little pop-up is going to get over the head of Anderson. 1 run's going to score. Throw comes in to third. It's an overthrow. They're going to send her home. Ryder is going to score. So 2 more runs score on the error.
So there's the situation where the cutoff, if it had been made, that runner would have started from first as opposed to second, and she scores all the way from second on the air. And then on that overthrow, Enriquez able to scamper down to second.
So 1 RBI for Enriquez, the other one scoring on the error.
Yep.
And we are seeing a very different defense than we have seen all tournament from Douglas.
So for the second consecutive inning, 3 hits for Wenatchee Valley. You talked about Wenatchee Valley's explosive offense. I thought it might be a little bit tighter as it relates to a pitching matchup. Boy, but Wenatchee, the Knights are really dispelling that. But it's still early, only top half of the third.
Swing and a high fly ball to left field. They're waiting for it is Vallejo. The throw will come in the second. There's 2 away. So that'll bring Withrow, the DP, up. She's 1 for 1 with a single on the day, and another one would tack on another run with the speed we have over at second base.
Yeah, Enriquez's base hit was a popper that landed on the infield dirt. I mean, you talk about a parachute shot.
Man, we were talking lawn darts yesterday.
Well, that was a lawn dart shot.
In the infield playing in, it was just
right over the glove of the second baseman. And there's another one. That could be a gapper.
And it's going to be a ground rule double. Take 1 hop and go to the fence. So an RBI.
And 4 consecutive hits for the Knights. And they're the team that looks the fresher after action yesterday. Walla Walla, or check that, Wenatchee playing 3 games on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. And Douglas only having to play 1 game both Saturday and Sunday.
So Wenatchee now with a 5-run lead, 5-0. And that's going to bring Steen up. Steen is 1 for 1 with a home run to her credit.
Yeah, Wenatchee 5 runs on 7 hits.
And ball 1 to Steen. Wenatchee now with 7 hits on the day. Same spot, same result. 2 balls, no strikes. Steen had 4 home runs during the regular season. Had a big one to put Wenatchee ahead 2-0. Swing and a pop-up. It's going to be taken by the third baseman, Kennedy, and the side is finally retired, but not before 3 runs come across to score. So the deficit gets bigger and the game getting shorter. More after this.
But just ask one of the students. There's something different about SPU. A place where faith, service, and academic excellence meet. And it's the only private university in the Pacific Northwest to make the latest U.S. News and World Report Best National Universities list. This is Seattle Pacific University.
As certified jumpers, divers, and survival experts, Special Forces are dropped behind enemy lines to train foreign fighters, carry out covert missions, or prevent future conflicts. These soldiers live for the challenge, highly trained and highly intelligent. Special Forces soldiers are the best of the best.
Seattle Pacific University is a premier Christian university where each year 4,000 students catch a vision for making a difference in the world. All across the globe, SPU graduates are making an impact in medicine, technology, athletics, business, education, music, theater, and more. SPU is dedicated to outstanding scholarship and thoughtful faith. It's a powerful combination that brings about change in the lives of graduates and in the people and communities they serve. Seattle Pacific University, engaging the culture.
So Warburton will lead off for the Royals, who find themselves down 5-0 here in the home half of the third. Just about ready to get started here. Warburton yesterday 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Picking up the Royals, number 9, Rachel Warburton.
And she steps in, ready to lead off home half of the third now. Enriquez into the motion. And it starts a fly ball. This one chasing the center fielder Howard back. And it's going to land on her way to third. Is Warburton, so a leadoff triple for Douglas, and it looks like they're going to respond.
Yeah, Howard that time just lost the ball a little bit and got turned around, and it went over her head, went to the wall, and we've seen the speed of Warburton before.
That's the beginning center fielder, number 13.
She ends up on third base. And boy, we'll see if that's the spark that this Royal team needs. Obviously the Knights have been the more aggressive team early. We'll see if that can light a fire under this Royal team.
So the leadoff hitter and Colby Hamilton will come up. She's 0 for 1, struck out looking in the first inning. Way up high there. Count knotted up at 1. Hamilton 503 in the regular season. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. It's fielded. And the throw across in time from Ryder. So an RBI ground out. And Douglas is on the board. So that'll bring Daniela Vallejo 1 for 1 with a double today. Ball one, missing up and away. And an off-speed pitch that'll cross the plate
Boy,
high.
Enriquez wanted that one. Boy, her off-speed pitch this afternoon has been outstanding.
2-0 offering, called strike. Outer half of the plate there, so 2-1. When that previous off-speed pitch just crossed up high. Great discipline from Vallejo to lay off. Swing and another little shot out to the outfield. It's going to be hauled in by Steen, so there are 2 down now.
Good play by Steen that time as the left-handed batter with a little slice, and it curved right into Steen, who was charging from her left field position. Sometimes you get some English on those balls in a situation like that where maybe an opportunity where you overrun her, but she played it nicely, 2 out.
So 2 away. And that's going to bring the catcher, Britton Young, up. She's 0 for 1, grounded to second in her first at-bat. Swing and a rocket back up the middle. It'll be a 2-out base hit for the Douglas catcher. Going to bring up the first baseman and Moore, also grounded to second base in the first inning. She'll step in now, trying to get this rally going. Outside, ball one. Moore, the sophomore, Lord Tweetsmer Secondary School. And a rocket over to first base, hauled in by Lambert, side retired, but 1 run will score. Douglas with a quick response, and we'd like to remind you today's game is brought to you by the U.S. Army. Looking for a challenge? Push yourself further. It begins when you enlist as a soldier in the U.S. Army. You'll be trained in one of more than 150 career fields and can even earn money towards college if you qualify. To find out more, visit your local Army recruiter or visit goarmy.com.
Let's see, I graduated from high school in 2008, went to UW for a year, came back to Spokane. You know, graduated, wasn't really sure what I was gonna do, so I headed to Spokane Falls. I feel like the energy in Spokane is evolving. Having a good, accessible college right here in town is a really important part of that. So I just started working at Helvetica, which is a local design firm. The Falls definitely prepared me for getting a good job right out of college.
My name is Morgan Lynch. This is my college, my community.
Today's game also brought to you by Olympic College, the place to pursue your dreams off and on the field. With 11 men's and women's athletic teams and numerous academic pathways, there's something for everyone at Olympic College. Get busy learning at olympic.edu. So 5-1 your score after 3 complete. Douglas gets one on the sacrifice hit by Colby Hamilton. And all set to lead off now is going to be the second baseman, Praneda. And just awaiting the okay from the official. Taken up high, ball one.
Grenada 1 for 1 in the ball game.
Praneda awaiting the 1-0. Swing and a ground ball to second base, and it's bobbled, so an error out there at second base by Anderson. And the leadoff hitter is aboard.
Next up, third baseman number 1, Carly
So Durgalo now will step up. She's 0 for 1. Struck out looking in her first at-bat. Now working with a runner at first base. Puts it down. Fielded. Thrown to first in time. 1 away.
Did her job.
So a runner in scoring position now.
Checked that Durgalo that time, saw the third baseman, Kennedy, coming down the line. Instead of trying to bunt it down the line, she bunted it toward the shortstop. Outstanding job that time. And she gets a hand from her teammates going back into that night dugout.
So Malcolm, the right fielder, up 0 for 1. She popped out to second base in her first at-bat. Little low that time. 2-0. Malcolm, 272 regular season, and now is working a 3-0 count. Now a walk, not the worst thing that could happen here. It sets up a possible double play.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if the Knights want to get extra runners on base considering the power they've shown in this ballgame. Bruneta getting a large lead after the pitch. She has enough speed that she could score if it's a little bit, if it's hit in the outfield and if it's not right at an outfielder, she might be able to score because she's getting a third of the way down right after each pitch. You could see her on your screen running left to right.
Little foul ball there, and the count will run full. And on deck is the top of the order for the Knights. So payoff pitch now will come from Ainge. Swing and a ground ball, fielded fair, throw across is nowhere close. So 2 runners are on base.
And I think Kennedy that time was thinking that it might have been a foul ball, and she kind of double clutched it that time. And then when she did, decided she was going to let her rip. All the way across the base that time was Malcolm. So now 1 out and 2 on.
And here comes the top of the Wenatchee order in Mackenzie Howard. Howard 1 for 2, lined out to third and singled today. Ball 1 outside.
Not really sure if she was really wanting to bunt that one or if she was taking it all the way and just kind of tried to fake out the Royal defense to see how they would react to a potential bunt and how they would play it.
So 1-0 offering. Taken for a called strike.
Yeah,
One's across the board.
Yep, see, that time she was swinging away. We mentioned Perneda getting that large lead on second. And Courtney, the shortstop, not able to go over there to cover because if you leave that position, you leave a big gap at the shortstop spot.
Foul ball there. Set up 1 and 2.
And that time she did square away to bunt. So now she'll have to swing away or risk being out on a foul tip on a bunt.
Swing, high pop up, giving chase over there is Kennedy, but she'll watch it go out of play.
68 pitches for Ainge. We saw her in the contest against Clackamas leave after 3 and then came back late in the ball game to close it out. We'll see if that trend will continue for the Royals.
She ended up getting the save in that game as well as the no decision.
Yes, she did. You don't see that happen very often.
Not very often at all.
Coach Peters watching from that Royal dugout, concerned about the pitches and this Knight offense.
Swing and a line drive over the head of Courtney. The throw coming into third is in time to get the force.
Good play by Vallejo out in left field, and that was just a situation where Grenada had to hold up, not sure if Courtney would be able to climb the ladder to get the line shot for the easy bang-bang double play. So she had to wait, and that gave Vallejo plenty of time in left field to get in front of it and get it to Kennedy for the force out. 2 out.
And Howard will reach on the fielder's choice there. So first and second, 2 away. Ainge 1 out away from getting out of this jam. Called strike. So 0-1 now to Ryder, the catcher. She is 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out thus far. The 0-1 offering. Swung on, line drive to left. I don't think Vallejo is going to get this one into third in time. They'll be cut off, and now the sacks are juiced for Enriquez.
So for the last 3 innings, this Knight offense has had multiple hits.
So Enriquez an opportunity to help herself out again. Enriquez had an RBI in her last at-bat, and a swing and a high pop-up. They're calling for it. Kennedy, she'll put it away. So the Royals escape danger. They leave the sacks full, and it's still a 4-run deficit. So we'll step away again. Royals coming up after this.
Ready for a new adventure? Study at Douglas College in Vancouver, Canada. Take a post-degree program and launch your career, or prepare to study at top Canadian universities. Become eligible for a 3-year work visa with a 2-year program. Choose success. Choose Douglas College.
There is no obstacle an engineer can't tackle, build around, or blow up. Skilled and versatile, these soldiers pave the way, building fortifications, detecting and destroying mines, or restoring electricity after a natural disaster. Nothing stands in the way of a guard engineer.
When you first visit Seattle Pacific University, it's easy to fall in love with the campus. But just ask one of the students. There's something different about SPU. A place where faith, service, and academic excellence meet. And it's the only private university in the Pacific Northwest to make the latest U.S. News and World Report Best National Universities list. This is Seattle Pacific University.
So Douglas needs to get something going here as we've reached the halfway point of this game. It's a 5-1 lead for the Wenatchee Valley Knights. Royals need to get something going here, and the first hitter due up is going to be Bedard. Bedard in the DP slot. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And the Royals escape big trouble getting Enriquez to fly out with the bases loaded.
You know, one thing that might be coming into play here, and I'm just throwing this out, is the fact that Douglas, they know that if they don't win this game, they have another game to come back and possibly take it. So they have 2 shots at the championship, and the Knights know that they need to win this first one or they're done. I don't know if that's a psychological thing that comes into play there, as that pitch just missed.
Swing and a foul ball will knot the count up at 1 apiece. Again, Bedard hit 4 home runs during the regular season, so we get a good shot of Enriquez there. Ready indoor motion. Big swing and a miss there. And again, Enriquez, undoubtedly the tallest player we've had in this tournament.
Not sure if she plays any round ball for the Knights.
Off-speed pitch misses up high.
Just a little high.
When, again, those pitches just look so meaty coming into the zone. Great discipline by Bedard. And hang the K backwards, got her looking, strike 3 called, and there's one away. That's the second strikeout for Bedard on the day. One swinging and one looking, and the shortstop, Casa Courtney, will step up again. She's 1 for 1 on the day with a single. And there's a called strike. Swing and a pop-up, moving its way foul, and that's where it'll end up. So 0-2 your count. Enriquez in the driver's seat. Waiting the 0-2 now is Courtney. Outside. Again, Douglas managing only 3 hits thus far, and there's a little fly ball hang up just long enough for Howard to get under it. 2 down. Douglas only 3 hits. Their opponents Wenatchee with 9 of them. Douglas also with a couple of errors to their credit. As Anderson, the second baseman, will step up. There's a called strike 1. And up high, 1-1 the count. Again up high. Anderson hit .373 in the regular season. She also had 4 home runs. Swing and a line drive up the middle. It's going to land in front of Howard, so a 2-out single. The Royals are in business. They'll bring Kennedy, the third baseman, up. Kennedy lined out a very soft line drive back to the pitcher, Enriquez. Enriquez's first offering is up high, ball 1. And Anderson, not a huge steal threat out there. She has a few on the year. Ball 2. Very dangerous count here. 2-0. Swing, foul ball, out of play. And waiting on deck is Warburton. She had a triple.
And eventually scored.
Oh, yes.
Royals' only run.
Up high. That was on the sacrifice hit by Colby Hamilton, the center fielder.
On the ground out.
Swing, out of play. So the count is full here with 2 away. Naturally, that means Anderson will get a little bit of a head start at first base. Swing and fouled off. Nearly hitting Coach Michelle Peters in the third base. Coach's box. Kennedy, 414 on the season with 6 home runs. Swing and a chopper fielded by Enriquez on the first in time. Side is retired. So after that, the score still 5-1. And before we send you off, we'd like to remind you that today's game is brought to you by the U.S. Army. Looking for a challenge? Push yourself further. It begins when you enlist as a soldier in the U.S. Army. You'll be trained in one of more than 150 career fields and can even earn money towards college if you qualify. To find out more, visit your local Army recruiter or visit goarmy.com.
Nestled within tall trees and beautiful buildings, Pierce College has established itself as a national leader in improving student success. With 2 main campuses in Puyallup and Fort Steilacoom, and satellite campuses on Joint Base Lewis-McChord, Pierce College strives to create quality educational opportunities to help students realize their possibilities. As we celebrate 50 years in the community, Pierce College is proud to offer more than 60 programs of study with a fit for you, your life, your schedule, and your dream. Find your path, start at Pierce College today, and realize your possibilities. Visit pierce.ctc.edu.
At NIC, we believe in investing in our future, one built with dedicated, skilled, and hardworking people. And with the new career and technical education facility at North Idaho College, the future is bright. Today's students are tomorrow's workforce, and North Idaho College's career and technical education program will provide the training that will get you the job. Together, let's build the future. North Idaho College. Start here, go anywhere.
By Olympic College, recognized by the Aspen Institute as the 2015 Top 10 Community College because their programs help students earn good-paying jobs. Get busy learning at olympic.edu. So here we go as we have reached the 5th inning. And Ryder is all set to lead off. Ryder is 0 for 2 on the day with 2 flyouts to left field, as she'll try to get something going here for the Knights, who lead by a score of 5-1. Ainge ready. Up high, ball 2. Again, Ryder 11 home runs during the regular season. 58 ribbies. Now awaiting the 2-0. Time's going to be called in the box. And we like to use this time to remind you, you can follow the game live on Point Streak through the Northwestern Athletic Conference's website. Swing and a high pop-up. Calling for it is Courtney, and there's one away. And that's going to bring up Withrow, designated player. Steps in, 2 for 2 on the day with a single and a double. We'll take ball 1 up high. Withrow, 419. 7 home runs, 42 RBI. Little low, 2-0. A very dangerous hitter to fall behind in the count to. Got to come back with a strike now. So a little scoreboard malfunction happening again. It's happened a few times over this weekend. The 2-0 is taken for strike 1.
They've turned out the lights, but the party's not over. You've never heard of that one either, have you?
Probably not.
Don Meredith sings "Turn Out the Lights, the Party's Over." Yeah,
can't say I have.
Bob Gibson, our producer, what's going on there? Don Meredith, Monday Night Football. He used to sing "Turn Out the Lights, the Party's Over." Oh, you're killing me, man.
What can I say?
You're just killing me.
So 2s. Now your count with 1 away. Swing and another foul ball. But I'm pretty sure there's a lot of music that I could talk about now.
The parents of all of these athletes here understand that.
But again, I'm sure there's music I can talk to you about now that you would have no idea.
Yeah, I wouldn't listen to it anyway. Although I like a lot of it, I really do.
Oh, yeah, we've seen you dancing around back here between innings. Oh, yeah. Ground ball over the short, fielded by Courtney. Throw across the diamond in time.
Nice play.
2 down.
Courtney backing up Kennedy. Kennedy dives for it, couldn't come up with it. Right there was Courtney with a long throw across the diamond and in time for the second out.
They'll bring up Steen. Steen, if you remember, had that 2-run home run earlier in the game, back in the second inning.
One of those no doubt about it shots.
She'll take ball 1 to start this at-bat out. She's 1 for 2 on the day. Swing and a high pop-up. Courtney maneuvering. And it's going to fall as she was called off by Vallejo. Vallejo not able to make the catch.
Boy, that's an error of omission and commission that time. The shortstop was right there, and Vallejo thought she had a better angle at it.
Well, generally the outfielder does. This time, though, it looked like Courtney was settled. So an error and a runner on base with 2 outs. Swing and a miss by Perneda. It looks like she got her back on the backswing there. Could hear that. Perneda is 1 for 2 with a single. She's also reached on an error today. One of 3 errors Douglas has made. Up top, 1-1.
You know, talk about how strange it is. We thought it might be a pitcher's duel, and you thought it might be in an offensive game. And I stress the fact that in this situation, you have to play a clean game, and that's one thing that we've not seen from this Royal team. In this particular game, they have pretty much the whole tournament until this point. And I brought back the thought once again. They know that they have to win 1 of 2 to win it all. Wenatchee, well, they're a one and done. They need to win this one.
Swing and a miss there, 2-2. And upsets are in the air as last night Celtics taking down the Cavs by 3 points. Fourth quarter, 111 to 108 over there, NBA.
Yeah, and the world came to a screeching halt too, didn't it? Oh my God, what's wrong with LeBron? He only had 11 points.
Swing and a miss, and Douglas escapes. So it's still a 4-run lead for Wenatchee. So we'll step away again. More coming on the NWAC Sports Network.
It's your job to protect the world's greatest nation. It's your responsibility to solve the world's greatest challenges. This is why we search for the best and brightest, why we train for every eventuality, on land and water, in the air, space, and even cyberspace. We operate in a complex world with one simple mission: win.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
So into this game rapidly approaching, 9 outs remaining for Douglas, and they need 4 runs at least as they trail the Wenatchee Knights 5-1. Again, NWAC Sports Network, Wes Tucker and Dick Haugen on the call. We welcome you again to Championship Monday. If necessary, there will be a game 2 slated to start at 1:30 if Wenatchee is to hold on.
Yeah, this is the Warburton, the spark plug of this Douglas team. She gets on base, makes a lot of things happen. She has speed, she can steal.
And a little fly ball foul there. She did hit .462 in the regular season and is 1 for 1 on the day with a triple.
Yeah, excuse me, I was just going to say, she just gets the ball on the ground and then beats it out. I mean, if you get a ball that's just past either the third baseman or the first baseman into the outfield grass, she's going to get the second before that right or left fielder can get to the ball and chuck it back in. She's a difference maker in that leadoff spot.
Hitting in the 9th hole today, though. And hang the K backwards. Strike 3 call, got her looking, and there's one away. And the top of the order we go, and Colby Hamilton, 0 for 1 officially, has a sacrifice as well, and an RBI.
The center fielder, number 13, Colby Hamilton.
Hamilton again, the center fielder, hitting .503. Puts the ball down, fielded by Durgalo. Throwing the first is in time. And there's 2 away.
Well, that's a good play by Durgalo. She was coming down the line before that pitch was even made. And she got that ball about 10 feet down the line, and she came up firing. Got the runner by a half a step.
So Daniela Vallejo will come up now. 1 for 2 with a double and a fly out thus far. Looking to get something started with 2 outs. Skips in there, ball 1. Vallejo 386 in the regular season. Enriquez ready. Takes called strike. Swing and a pop-up. Rushing in is Durgalo. She'll make the catch, and the side is retired. So Douglas goes quietly here in the 5th inning. And we'll step away. Last 2 innings of regulation coming your way.
Nestled within tall trees and beautiful buildings, Pierce College has established itself as a national leader in improving student success. With 2 main campuses in Puyallup and Fort Steilacoom, and satellite campuses on Joint Base Lewis-McChord, Pierce College strives to create quality educational opportunities to help students realize their possibilities. As we celebrate 50 years in the community, Pierce College is proud to offer more than 60 programs of study with a fit for you, your life, your schedule, and your dream. Find your path, start at Pierce College today, and realize your possibilities. Visit pierce.ctc.edu.
At NIC, we believe in investing in our future, one built with dedicated, skilled, and hardworking people. And with the new career and technical education facility at North Idaho College, the future is bright. Today's students are tomorrow's workforce, and North Idaho College's career and technical education program will provide the training that will get you the job. Together, let's build the future. North Idaho College. Start here, go anywhere.
So 6th inning coming your way now, a 5-1 lead for the Wenatchee Valley Knights. And don't count this Douglas team out yet. They've come back twice in this tournament against Clark and Clackamas. So we're looking forward to the last couple innings here, see if they can get it going once again.
This game is far from over.
And it'll be Durgalo to lead off. She's 0 for 2 on the day. She's grounded to third base and struck out looking. Swing and a high pop up. Settling underneath it is Courtney. She'll take that one away. Then the right fielder Malcolm due up. 1 for 2 with a single and a pop out today.
Number 12, Carly Malcolm.
Her single coming in the 4th inning. Ready to face Ainge again. Low, ball one.
Two pitching staffs on these, Enriquez and other Ainge, have settled down the last couple of innings. Zeros on the scoreboard after plenty of activity in the second and the third.
Here's a fly ball drifting towards foul territory. It'll be the right fielder, Warburton, coming into foul territory, making the catch. So there's two down now, two quick outs, and here comes the top of the order in Howard. Boy, and how big would a 1-2-3 inning be here, momentum-wise, as we're in the sixth inning?
Well, Douglas, they definitely need that. They've got that, not necessarily 1-2-3, but they've been able to put zeros up under Wenatchee Valley. But conversely, their offense has not been able to get anything going against Enriquez out on the mound.
Swing and a fly ball. Hamilton settles underneath it, and she'll put it away with no trouble. So 5.5 complete. 5-1 still your score. More coming your way after this.
Station Portland on space to ground 3. Ready to close valve 2. Valve
1. The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you. For them. Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
The challenges facing the country never stop. So neither does the U.S. Army. We train, adapt, and get smarter. Every soldier, every unit, every day. Not to keep up with change, but to drive it. Nobody knows what problems tomorrow will bring, but we do know who will solve them.
Home half of the sixth, a 4-run deficit for the Douglas Royals. And they'll send up Britton Young, their catcher, who's 1 for 2 on the day with a ground out and a single. And she'll try to get things going here, home half of the sixth.
Number 3, Jordan Britton Young.
Enriquez settles back into the circle, and we're ready. Swing and a ground ball foul down the third baseline. So we'll set up now. No balls and 1 strike. Young, again, a very good offensive catcher. Ended up hitting .395 with 4 home runs. Takes low, ball 1. Swing, pop up. Out of play there. Kind of a deceptive angle from here. It looked like
hit the backstop.
Yeah.
Backstop has kind of a curve that comes in toward the field and knocks a lot of those balls down.
Nowhere close that time. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You could make it interesting, make it like arena football at the backstops in play.
I had a good friend back in Vancouver called those biscuits when you catch it off the backstop like that. So
yeah.
And hang the K backwards. Strike 3 called. Got her looking. 1 away.
You've never missed a biscuit in your life, have you?
No, sir. So the strikeout of Young is going to bring out the first baseman Moore. She's 0 for 2 on the day. Takes a called strike. As you remember, grounded out to second base on that dynamite play in the hole by Praneda. And a single there for Moore. So with one out, the Royals are in business. And that's going to bring Laura Baldry up as she replaces Bedard in the designated player slot. So one away.
That's the beginning of 15, Laura Baldry.
Interesting because Bedard, all she is the leading hitter in the conference.
So we'll see if this decision pays off here. Takes a called strike one.
Well, of course, Enriquez has really got it going. Has given up only 6 hits in the ball game. And she's only thrown 81 pitches here. We're in the 6th inning. She's been very efficient. Her off-speed pitch has been her best one this afternoon.
Takes up high. One's across the board here. Runner at first base. That's Moore. Takes called strike two. Baldry hit .352 in the regular season. Swing and a tapper foul, third baseline. Also had a home run and 19 RBIs. Settles in, trying to get something going for the Royals. Outside, 2-2. That pitch did not miss by much.
Yeah, unfortunately at home you really can't see the plate because it's kind of covered with dirt. Ooh, there's a fair ball right down the line.
It's going into the corner. Off to the races goes Moore. They're going to waver around third base. Throw comes into third. Durgalo cuts it off, and it's an RBI double for Baldry. So the decision pays off here, putting in Baldry in the designated player slot.
Knew it all along.
The Oracle, Dick Haugen, everybody.
Well, the thing is, Coach sometimes just gets a feeling, and it's all about matchups, and maybe Bedard wasn't seeing the ball right or against Enriquez, and just to change things up a little bit. I'm almost certain you'll see Bedard back in this ball game here.
And called strike one there to Kaza Courtney, the shortstop. So runner in scoring position for Courtney. Swing and a high foul ball drifting out of play, and it will get out of play. So 0-2 the count.
Just a beautiful day here at the Merkel Complex. Sunshine, the American and Canadian flags hanging limp in left field.
Here's a fly ball towards the gap, and it's going to land. They're going to wave Baldry home. It's going to be an RBI triple for Kaza Courtney, and here come the Royals. Boy, oh boy. Like you said, this ball game is nowhere near over.
Nowhere close, especially with Douglas twice in this tournament. 2 out of the 4 games, they've had to come back late, including the first one when they were down with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning.
And there's the 8th hit for the Royals, as now the lead is cut down to 2 runs, 5-3. So a runner 60 feet away from scoring, and Anderson, the second baseman, due up, is 1 for 2 with a single. We'll take called strike one from Enriquez. And called strike two, so a quick hole, 0-2 now. Kennedy on deck. Swing and a high pop-up. Chasing infielders back. And bobbled and caught. Throw to the plate, not in time. So a sacrifice pop-out, and the lead cut to 1.
Nice aggressive coaching on the third base side by Michelle Peters that time. The ball's that close in the infield, and I think they want to challenge this, and yes, they will. Safe.
And they're going to call it a RBI, so a sac fly.
Aggressive play. We've seen Douglas do that all tournament long. Situation where you're thinking, all right.
So a one-run lead now for Wenatchee.
And
looks like we haven't heard the end of it just yet.
Yeah, there's a little conversation. Can't call to New York for an instant replay. But maybe they could call Davenport. You know, it's just up the street. Wouldn't be long distance.
So 2 outs now in the inning. Now only a one-run lead as 3 runs have come across here in the bottom half of the 6th. And strike one to the third baseman, Kennedy. Kennedy's got deceptive power, had 6 home runs on the year and takes a big hack at that one. 0-2.
And that dugout of Douglas, which was quiet for the last couple of innings, is all of a sudden back into this game.
Tapper towards the hole, fielded by Ryder, throwing to first is in time, and the side is retired, but it's getting scary here. A 5-4 ball game now. We'll step away and be right back. 7th inning after this.
When you first visit Seattle Pacific University, it's easy to fall in love with the campus. But just ask one of the students. There's something different about SPU, a place where faith, service, and academic excellence meet. And it's the only private university in the Pacific Northwest to make the latest U.S. News and World Report Best National Universities list. This is Seattle Pacific University.
The Guard has over 50,000 wheeled vehicles in action. The vast fleet of Humvees, troop transports, and fuel tank trucks are always moving soldiers, gear, and equipment around the world, or delivering aid to civilians during domestic emergencies. Transport operators are essential in getting the Guard to where it needs to be.
And here we go. Top half of the 7th inning. And Amber Ryder will lead off. She's 2 for 3 with a couple of singles to her credit. And Ainge hoping to keep momentum in the Douglas corner. First pitch is just outside, ball 1.
Now we'll see if Wenatchee Valley could respond to the little comeback by the Royals. Get that momentum back that they've had for a good portion of this ball game.
It'll be the 2, 3, 4 hitters due up for the Knights, and time will be called in the box. Looks like it was called by Young that time.
Yeah, Douglas put a stop after the 3rd inning, so it's been 3 consecutive innings where Wenatchee's not been able to add to that lead, and of course that big 3 spot in the bottom of the 6th closed the gap to 1.
So we've got ourselves a ball game here in the last inning of regulation. Douglas, when they're due up in the 7th, will have 9-1-2, some very dynamic hitters. The exact hitters you want to try to start a rally.
Yep.
So 1-1 offering now from Ainge. Swung on, and this one is going to split the outfield. It'll roll all the way to the fence. On her way to second is Ryder, and she'll stop there with a leadoff double.
Well, talk about wanting to get that momentum back when your leadoff hitter gets a gapper and a double. That really starts your inning off well. And of course, Enriquez at the plate. She's done both offensively and defensively on the mound, holding down this very potent and top-seeded Douglas team.
That last hit, Ryder's 3 for 4 on the day. Very good day, to say the least. And a foul ball. It looked like Young was going to try to dive to catch it, realizing she wasn't going to be able to, lets it go foul.
I think what happened there is Douglas got a break. She dove for it, but wasn't able to get to it, because if she touches that ball in fair territory, there's just no way she's going to be able to throw out Enriquez at first. So Douglas got a break by not making a play.
So 0-1 now. Ainge into her motion. Up high, ball 1.
And one thing with Ainge on the mound, facing her opposing pitcher Enriquez, who is very tall, that means you have a bigger strike zone. And we'll see if Ainge can take advantage of that with that runner in scoring position, nobody out.
Swinging a ground ball up the middle, base hit. They're going to hold Ryder. Throw will be cut off by Moore. So runners at the corners with no outs.
Yeah, Ryder had a hold up there, waiting to see if Courtney was going to be able to field that ball. If she was, she would have stayed there at second, because Courtney would have had her dead to rights at third. But now, the Knights once again have base runners on the corners.
So a little bit of a sticky situation here for Ainge. Ainge into her motion. First offering is taking low, ball 1. The hitter now is the other Ryder, who is 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts to left and a pop out to shortstop.
And I know Wenatchee Valley fans are saying, nah, she's due.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, right over the shortstop's head. And with the speed of Enriquez at first, she might be able to score from first on a gapper. Head coach over the Knights, he's doing a little dance.
I forgot my 10 card.
You
would have held that up for him.
Breakdancing out there. Showing some skills.
Then another one is we'll see if he can drop it like it's hot. And time's going to be called now from the box. Withrow waiting on deck. Inside. So 2 balls and a strike.
103 pitches now by Ainge.
So here's the offering. Swing and a high fly ball to left field. Coming in on it is Vallejo. She makes the catch. The throw is coming into the plate. And the runners will stay put. So the third fly out to left field today for Ryder will bring up Withrow.
And a good throw by Vallejo, the one hop to the catcher. That saves a run. Still only 1 out.
Withrow is 2 for 3 on the day with a single and a double. Double play opportunity still set up as Enriquez held at first base. We'll take strike 1. Britton Young being very quick out of the crouch here, knowing the speed of Enriquez.
We'll see if the ball's hit to either the first baseman or the third baseman if they decide to come home, or if the runner is running on contact, or if it has to get through. I'm thinking it needs to get through before she takes off.
High pop-up, and is this going to be a huge out?
Yep.
As it's put away by Anderson, so 2 away.
And Allie Steen coming to the plate.
Author of that 2-run home run.
Way back in the second inning. Seems like a long time ago, but now she's got 2 on. And the Knights would certainly like to see a 3-run jack tacked onto that 2 she had earlier.
Ainge ready. Swing and a drive to left. Vallejo giving chase. It is gone. The Oracle, Dick Haugen, everybody, calling that one. And the Knights tack on 3 more, courtesy of Allie Steen. So no doubt in anybody's mind that Steen, player of the game so far, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs in this 8-4 ball game.
At the beginning, second baseman number 5, Lexi Pruneda.
Now Ainge has to settle down, get this final out so they can get their offense back on the field.
Pruneda is the hitter. Pruneda is 1 for 3 with a single. She's also reached on an error and struck out.
No, this is the kind of game that you predicted. You thought there'd be an offensive outburst.
What did I call it? 8-5?
I think you said 8-5. I thought it would be more of a pitcher's duel. But problem is you've had a couple of errors for the Royals. They have not played clean softball today.
And there's a 2-out single from Pruneda. So Pruneda getting the Knights in business again. And that's the 13th hit for the Knights today.
And batting the third baseman, number 1, Carly Durgalo.
And that'll bring Durgalo to the plate, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Swing and a high pop-up will go foul. So again, 2 no-doubters from Steen today.
Yeah.
Huge contribution, 5 RBIs.
Yeah, both pitches in her wheelhouse.
Inside, runner thought about going, Pruneda.
Belt high, middle of the plate. Both jacks to left field, there's just no doubt.
One is swung on and looped over the third baseman's head. So Pruneda, her single is backed up by one from Durgalo.
3 runs on 4 hits for Wenatchee in this top half of the 7th inning.
Right fielder number 12, Carly Malcolm.
So they'll bring the right fielder and Malcolm up. She's 1 for 3 with a single and 2 flyouts today. So as of right now, it looks like that there will be a game 2.
Don't say that. Just don't go there. We watched this team down 7-2 going into the 7th. A 3-run jack to win it. It ain't over till it's over. Just saying, my friend.
You know, if we had a dime for every time you quoted Yogi Berra, I think the NWAC could finance another tournament.
I don't know. I've seen their staff sit around here eating all these chicken fingers and fries. I don't know. I would want to pay for their food budget.
Off-speed pitch called strike 2 there.
By the way, I do want to give a big shout out to Bob Gibson and the technical crew producing these webcasts. I think they've just done an outstanding job. Look at these pictures. They're just outstanding.
Grandma over to short fielded. They go the easy way at 2. So are you ready, Canada? As 4 runs need to score here in the home half of the 7th. We'll step away.
I absolutely love the culture of C of I. I think that it promotes excellence in students in every way. It pushes people to be just generally good, kind people. I really love how the P curriculum pushes students academically. You can be involved in student government, you can be involved in res life, you can be involved in sports, and kind of explore what kind of person you are and kind of how you will fit into the world after you graduate. I'm Ellen Campbell, and that's why I chose C of I.
Ready for a new adventure? Study at Douglas College in Vancouver, Canada. Take a post-degree program and launch your career, or prepare to study at top Canadian universities. Become eligible for a 3-year work visa with a 2-year program. Choose success. Choose Douglas College.
So made the mistake of leaving my water bottle in this sunspot here, 80 degrees now, and now I'm drinking some very hot water over here in the booth as we enter the bottom half of the 7th.
Just shake it and pretend it's a jacuzzi.
So a called strike 1 to Warburton, who will be leading off. 9-1-2 due up for the Royals. And it looks like they're going to bring a pinch hitter in Gingras in. I apologize for Warburton, and she'll tap over toward shortstop. Very speedy runner, no chance in getting her is Ryder, so a leadoff single for the Royals. So Gingras a lightning single there coming off the bench. And the top of the order, Colby Hamilton steps up to the plate now. Hamilton is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out, has a sacrifice as well and an RBI. Throw down to second base is not in time, stolen base.
And once again, Douglas goes against conventional wisdom. Usually in that situation, you don't want to get careless, but what they do, and it's worked for them, they make the other team make a play. And the speed prevailed on that one.
So 1-1 your count now. The first pitch was a called strike.
I mean, you have speed on the base against an All-American catcher. That time, speed beat the throw.
And inside, trying to dance out of the way of it, is Hamilton. So 1 ball and 2 strikes is your count. Swing and a foul ball, and getting the biscuit is our All-American catcher Ryder.
I've never heard it referred to as a biscuit.
What have you heard it referred to as?
The rock, or a biscuit is not round.
No, not at all. Swing ground ball towards shortstop. Hamilton is thrown out at first, and Gingras will stay at second base, so 1 away. And here comes Daniela Vallejo.
Next up for Douglas, left fielder number 10, Daniela.
I mean, I like the thought of a biscuit if there's some eggs and bacon in between it.
Oh, for sure. Now you're making me really hungry now.
I know, I'm thinking of that too.
And ball skips away from the catcher, and advancing to third base is Gingras. So a runner 60 feet away from scoring for Daniela Vallejo.
Knights will give up a run for an out.
Oh, for sure. They've got 4 to work with. And Vallejo in the driver's seat now, 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, the corners are in. The mid-infielders are back in double play position, if you would call it that.
Another foul ball. Two balls and 1 strike to the Douglas left fielder. Swing a ground ball at first. She'll take it herself. She'll throw it home for good measure, but a run's going to score. So 8-5 is your score now on the RBI hit, or an RBI ground out.
And of course, if Wenatchee closes it out here, that second game will come our way at about 1:30, scheduled for 1:30, and we are on time, as a matter of fact.
And called strike 1 to the catcher, Britton Young. Britton Young is 1 for 3 with a single today. swing and a little fly ball. Durgalo puts it away, and we are going to have a forced game. The final score here, 8-5, as Wenatchee hangs on to see one last game. Winner take all coming up. What's the thought going into that, Dick?
Well, we're going to see the momentum obviously now with Wenatchee Valley as they continue to amaze. After they win their first game on Friday, lose their second one on Friday, then all they've done since then is win in do-or-die situations. Now, both teams do or die.
So a very clean fielded game, no errors on the side of the Knights, a couple for Douglas, and that's, again, a big factor. You got to play clean here. You can't give up errors because more often than not, those free runners do turn into runs.
Yeah, officially on the score, Wenatchee Valley 8-16-0. And for the Royals of Douglas, 5-9-2.
So we'll step away and we'll come back with game 2 right after this, but don't go anywhere. More coming.
People often ask, what is it you do? I'm an Idaho Army National Guard soldier. But then again, it's not that simple. You see, I'm more than a weekend warrior. It's a continuous effort every day. Yeah, there's extremely long hours, but it's worth it. I love my job. It's like anything else. My profession is whatever I want to make of it. I get to do the incredible things most people dream of. The men and women I serve with are dedicated to being a premier force. It's amazing when you see my entire unit work together. When push comes to shove and we receive that order, we put steel on target. I'm always ready to be called upon to serve our nation. But in the meantime, I train. I serve and protect my neighbors while defending their right to freedom. I'm an Idaho community asset that stands among our citizens. The boundaries I once thought I had are continuously tested and broadened. So there you have it. People will not always know who I am or what I do. But that's all right, because I do.